ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो
ओम नमो
भगवते
भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं
नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
देवीं
सरस्वती
व्यासं
ततो जयमुदीरयेत्।
ततो जयमुदीरयेत्।
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु
सरिन्तुं
प्रायेषु
कान्लेदन्सु
अभद्रेषु
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
नित्यं
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
भगवती उत्तम श्लोके
भगवती उत्तम
भगवती उत्तम श्लोके
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी।
भक्ति
भक्ति नैष्टिकी।
Reading from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, title conclusion, the perfection of renunciation, and today's verse is verse number 35. Yaya swapnam bhayam sokam
या स्वप्नं भय स्वप्नं
vishadam madam evacha
विषादं मद एव च
namyuchanti durmedha
न विमुचन्ति दुर्मेधा
dhriti sa parthatamasi.
धृति सा पार्थ सतामसि
Yaya swapnam bhayam sokam
यया
यया स्वप्नं भयं शोकं
visadam madam evacha
विषाद
विषादं
विषादं
मदम्
मद्येव
एव
च
च
namyuchanti durmedha
न
न
विमुञ्चन्ति
विमुञ्चन्ति
दुर्मेधा
दुर्मेधा
धृति सा पार्थतामसि।
धृति
धृति
सा
सा
पार्थतामसि
पार्थतामसि
यया स्वप्नं भयं शोकं
यया
यया स्वप्नं
स्वप्नं
भयं
भयं
शोकं
शोकं
विषादं मदमेव च
विषादं
विषादं
मदम्
मदम्
एव च
एव च
न विमुञ्चन्ति दुर्मेधा
न
न
विमुञ्चति
विमुञ्चन्ति
दुर्मेधा
दुर्मेधा
धृति सा पार्थतामसि।
धृति सा
सा
पार्थतामसि
पार्थतामसि।
Anyone would like to lead?
यया स्वप्नं भयं शोकं
यया
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 स्वप्नं
स्वप्नं
भयं
भयं
शोकं
शोकं
विषादं मदमेव च
विषाद
विषादं
विषादं
मदम्
मदमेव च
न विमुञ्चन्ति दुर्मेधा
न
न
न
विमुञ्चति
विमुञ्चन्ति दुर्मेधा
दुर्मेधा
धृति सा पार्थतामसि
विमुचन्ति
धृति
धृति
सा
सा
पार्थतामसि।
यया स्वप्नं भयं शोकं
यया
यया
स्वप्नं
स्वप्नं
भयं
भयं
शोकं
शोकं
विषादं मदमेव च
विषादं
विषादं मदमेव च
न विमुचन्ति दुर्मेधा
न
न
विमुञ्चन्ति
विमुच्यन्ति
दुर्मेधा
दुर्मेधा
धृतिः सा पार्थतामसि
धृति सा
धृति सा
पार्थतामसि
पार्थतामसि।
यया स्वप्नं भयं शोकं
यया
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 स्वप्नं
स्वप्नं
भयं
भयं
शोकं
शोकं
विषादं मदम् एव च
विषादं
विषादं
मदम् एव
मदमेव
च
च
न विमुञ्चति दुर्मेधा
न
न
विमुञ्चति
विमुञ्चन्ति
दुर्मेधा
दुर्मेधा
धृति सा पार्थतामसि।
धृतिः
धृति सा
धृति सा
पार्थतामसि
पार्थतामसि। Thank you. Word by word meaning. Yaya, by which.
यया by which
Swapnam, dreaming.
स्वप्नं dreaming
Bhayam, fearfulness.
Bhayam, fearfulness.
Sokam, lamentation.
शोकं
Shokam, lamentation.
Visadam, moroseness.
Vishadam, moroseness.
Madam, illusion.
मदं
Madam, illusion.
Eva, certainly.
एव
एव certainly
Cha, also.
च
च
Na, never.
न never
never
Vimunchanti, one gives up.
विमुचन्ति
vimunchati one gives up
Durmedha, unintelligent.
durmedha unintelligent
Dhriti, determination.
dhriti determination
Sa, that.
sa
Partha, O son of Pritha.
पार्थ ओ सन ऑफ
usana pratha
Tamasi, in the mode of ignorance.
tamasi in the mode of
ignorance
ignorance
Translation by His Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. And that determination,
and that determination
which cannot go beyond dreaming,
which cannot go beyond dreaming
fearfulness,
fearfulness,
lamentation,
lamentation,
moroseness,
moroseness,
and illusion.
and
and
illusion.
illusion.
Such unintelligent determination,
Such unintelligent determination,
O son of Pritha,
O
O
son of Pritha,
is in the mode of darkness.
is
is
in
in the mode of darkness.
Anyone would like to read the purport from this page?
it should not be concluded that a person in the mode of goodness does not dream. Here, dream means too much sleep. Dreaming is always present, either in the mode of goodness, passion, or ignorance. Dreaming is a natural occurrence, but those who cannot avoid oversleeping, who cannot avoid the pride of enjoying material objects, who are always dreaming of lording it over the material world, and whose life, mind, and sense are thus engaged, are considered to have determination in the mode of ignorance.
Thank you, Prabhu. Let's all chant together. Om Agyana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namo Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaham Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapatakamalам Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathabitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishaka Vitamscha He Krishna
Krishna
Karuna
Karuna
Sindhu Dina
Sindhu
Bandhu
Deenabandhu
Jagatpate
Jagatpate
Gopesha
Pecha
Gopika
Gopika
Kanta
Kanta
Radha
Radha
Kanta
Kanta
Namostute
Namastuti
Tapta
Tapta
Kanchana
Kanchan
Gaurangi
Gaurangi
Radha
Radhe
Radhe
Vrinda
Vrindavaneshwari
Shri
Vrishabhanusute Devi
Devi
Pranamami
Pranamami Hari
Haripriye
Priye
Vancha Kalpataruhascha
Kalparubhya
Kripa Sindhu
Sankapasindhu
Vaivacha
Vinacham
Patitanam
Patitanam
Pavanebhyo
Pavanebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo Namo
Vaishnavebhyo Namo
Namo
Namaha
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu
Chaitanya
Nityananda Shri
Nityananda Sri
Advaita Gadadhar
Advaita
Shivas Adi
Srivastava
Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Gaura
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare.
Hare Hare.
Nilachara Nivasaya
Jaya
Nityaya
Nityaya
Paramatmane,
Paramatmane,
Balabhadra
Balapati
Subhadra Abhyam
Subhadram
Jagannathaya Te.
Jagannadaya Te Namaha.
So thank you so much for joining this wonderful Sangha. As we earlier discussed, so Krishna is going in very beautiful sequence. Krishna in the 19th through 39th, he is explaining everything in the mode of goodness, passion, ignorance, sattvic, rajasic, tamasic. So from 20 to 22, he explained knowledge. First step in action before you do something, you need to have knowledge. So he explained in verse 20 to 22, uh, knowledge in mode of goodness, 20, 21 is knowledge in passion, and 22, knowledge in ignorance. 23 to 25, the Supreme Personality of Godhead spoke beautifully, systematically, karma in mode of goodness, passion, ignorance. Then 26 to 28, he explained karta, or the nature of the doer, the person who is doing, the actor in this example, mode of goodness, 26, passion, 27, ignorance, 28. Then he spoke about buddhi, or the understanding of the action, or knowledge to do the work. Now he's becoming more practical, and that was 30, buddhi in mode of goodness, 31, passion, 32, ignorance. And in the last two verses, we spoke about dhriti, which is determination, determination for action. 33 was mode of goodness, 34 was mode of passion, and today,
You already
and
wrote, right? I didn't understand what is. I just want to create that.
so today we would discuss dhriti, or determination in the mode of passion, which is 35. So with that, what Krishna is saying? Krishna is saying, Yaya Swapnam Bhayam Sokam. So when a person is determined in mode of ignorance, we're talking about determination here. And Krishna is saying the person who is determined in mode of passion, he is dreaming. And Srila Prabhupada explains that dreaming is nothing but sleeping or oversleeping. And the person in the mode of the determination, in the mode of passion, mode of ignorance, he has another attribute, and that is bhayam, is full of fear. And then the third trait of a person who is determined in the mode of ignorance is he is always sokam. हमेशा वो रोता रहता है, lamentation. He is always lamenting. I could have done this, I could have done that, I could have done this. And then the fourth attribute of a person who is determined in the mode of ignorance, is visadam or moroseness. He's always vishad. He's always, sad for something. He's always sulking. The body language is not confident. He is always morose. And he is madam. Madam means illusion. He's he's not very clearly seeing. He's not focused clearly. And those kind of people are what kind of people are such? These kind of people are someone who are not Medha. Medha is somebody who is intelligent, right? If you see somebody's name Medha, I know one or two devotees in our temple whose kids' names are Medha. And Krishna is using Durmedha. That means they are unintelligent. Is the opposite of Medha. So, Krishna is saying these kind of unintelligent people who are always sleeping or oversleeping, they're always fearful, they're always lamenting, they're always morose, and they have full of illusion. These are the qualities of these unintelligent people who are having determination in the mode of ignorance. So this is a lifetime opportunity for us to understand the don'ts about determination. Don'ts. In 1833, Krishna spoke about determination in the mode of goodness, sattvic, in the mode of goodness. 34, he spoke about determination in the mode of passion, how to win, that Kshatriya mentality. And here, Krishna is explaining dhriti. Dhritisa partha tamasi. Tamasi means ignorance. Dhriti means determination. So the person who is in the mode of ignorance, tamasi, his determination is often, those people who are determined in the mode of ignorance, they are often unintelligent. Krishna is saying, he's saying durmedha. And what are the traits of those persons? They are always sleeping or oversleeping or dreaming about things. They are full of fearfulness. They are full of lamentation. They are morose, and they are illusion. So that's the traits. And we're going to discuss about the qualities of such individuals, how to identify the traits and how we should abide by it. So, yaya swapnam bhayam shokam. So, Krishna is giving various characteristics over here. Yaya swapnam. Swapnam is dreaming. Here, swapna refers to excessive sleeping. There are different kinds of sleep. And in general, the idea is if one is extremely lazy, then that often leads to person sleeping more than necessary. And if a person sleeps more than necessary, that has its own consequences in terms of further effect of mode of ignorance. So here dreaming is a mentality which is more of a disconnection from reality. When you oversleep, when you get up, you have that lagging sense wherein you're forgetful and you are disconnected from the actual reality. And sometimes we don't remember a lot of things once we are up, and it takes us A lot of times, some people resort to caffeine to get themselves back from sleeping. And such are excessively lazy or sleepy. That also means the person is disconnected from reality. So those people who are disconnected from reality are people who are determined with ignorance in perspective. So yaya swapnam bhayam sokam. So swapnam bhayam is also referred in 1830 when Krishna talks about karya kare bhaya bhaya, that there are certain things which has to be feared and certain things which are not to be feared. Such bhaya which are healthy, like say for example, if a person is having a sword and is trying to put his sword around, a normal person or rather intelligent person is often he wants to stay away from that person who is wielding the sword, or if a person is having a revolver, it's better to have fearfulness for a person because he can shoot in a wrong way. But here Krishna mentions that Krishna, when he created this entire manifestation, and he also created the sun god. Sometimes in various different scriptures, Krishna may have mentioned that because of the fear, the sun god comes out. Sometimes wind blows. So these are all characteristics of different demigods who exhibit their prowess or exhibit their surrender to the supreme. But in contrast, there are baseless fears, which this sloka is referring to, false evidence appearing real. If we look at our life, most of the anxiety, fear in this case is compared to anxiety. The person who are having determination in the mode of ignorance are very anxious. They're full of anxiety and they don't matter after a short time. Why they don't matter? Because they are not consequential. If we are constantly fearful, like stress, all this disease will engulf us. These are not good for our spiritual life, if you think about it. So in this tamoguna, this mode of tamasic or mode of ignorance, devotees should be warriors. Devotees should go out in the cold, distribute books, or go in different parts of the world where people have not seen the Lord of the universe and do Rath Yatra. They should be warriors, not warriors. They should not worry all the time. Instead of warriors, devotees should not be warriors. They should not worry because Krishna is there to help us and we can deal with the problem. So why worry? That's why devotees, they never worry. They all are they're warrior class people. And then Krishna says, yeah, swapnam bhayam sokam. Swapna, bhaya, soka. Krishna is talking largely about the things which waste our mental energy. This oversleeping, waste our mental energy. Bhaya, fearfulness. Soka, crying. These result in wastage of our mental energy. We become tired. So when one indulges in these things, that dhriti or the determination in the mode of ignorance, we may wonder that there any determination required to be fearful. There is no determination required to be fearful. But we always hanker, we always are anxious, and that pulls us down. Determination is required to be courageous. But determination for being fearful? Probably not. But because these devotees are very weak, they're very unintelligent, durmedha, as Krishna is saying. Actually, everything requires determination. Fear itself is not comforting emotion. It is a distracting emotion. But if we hold on to that for long, then that cause health issues, that makes our job go haywire, So we should never be fearful. We should never be oversleeping. We should never be having that mentality of moroseness. If you have proper understanding from this Bhagavad Gita, it should take us away from all of those vices and we should be pursuing in our life. And these small things are very important if you think about it. Too much oversleeping, too much of fearfulness, too much of lamenting with anxiety. These things take us away from the supreme and from the real goal of life. And because we indulge in all of these, we never make progress in our life. So, and also Krishna mentions in 1866 the classic verse, Ma Sucha. Ma Sucha means never fear. So that is we're going to get there in 18.66 in probably 10-20 weeks. So Soka is indicating about the mentality of Sudra. Sochati iti Sudra. That means a person who is always fearful. His mentality is like that. He's not forthright. He's not futuristic. He's always lamenting about the past. And why Soka is considered to be undesirable emotion for Tamasic? Sometimes when someone passes away, the relatives they stay in Soka for long, long time, sometimes weeks, sometimes months, sometimes years. Grieving when you're recognizing the qualities of that person who passed away, when you grieve, you try to imbibe those qualities and move on. But if you constantly do Soka, constantly lament forever, that is not a virtue. Grieving is fine, but Soka, it is not. So, and also, Krishna mentions Visadam Madamevacha. Visada refers to morosenesses. And this moroseness makes us come into a victim mentality. And this Mada means intoxication or illusion. And Mada means a person who is always in Mada. Mada means intoxication. So Mada means illusion. So, and these kind of unintelligent people are very, this kind of unintelligent people, they think they have determination, but that determination is in the mode of ignorance. So when someone is sleeping long hours, say 12 hours or so, others are telling him to give up, but he won't give up because he has that illusory determination to sleep for multiple hours in terms of 12 hours, 16 hours. And these are people who are often intoxicated. They either have an element of intoxicating mindset wherein they take to drugs or they take to alcohol, and that's why they end up sleeping longer. So these five characteristics, Swapnam, Bhayam, Sokam, Visadam, Madam. Swapna means oversleeping or daydreaming, if I may. Daydreaming for a good cause is one thing, but here it is referred to as oversleeping. Bhayam, fear, very dangerous. Sokam, always worrying. Visadam, moroseness. Madam, illusory mindset. These five things, if we are not able to shun and we are constantly getting into this vibe of embracing this five, that determination is in the mode of ignorance. And these are what kind of people they are? Krishna uses the word mudha many times, but here Krishna mentions durmedha. Durmedha means they are not intelligent. So when you think about this, right, Krishna mentions in Bhagavad Gita 10.10 that if you follow me, if you surrender unto me, Krishna will give us intelligence. Dadami buddhi yoganta yenamam upayantite. That means if you seriously do Krishna consciousness, Krishna will give us intelligence, Krishna will give us memory, Krishna will give us strength to not forget anything and will retain more and more because he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he mentions buddhi, and you'll become intelligent by that, not the opposite, which is durmedha. So if you correlate these verses which have come in prior chapters and these chapters and philosophically recognize Krishna is providing traits of intelligent people, Krishna is providing traits of uh, people who are determined in the right way and they are not determined in the wrong way. When Suparnakha's nose was cut, Ravana was determined to cause harm. When he was determined, he was dreaming that he will create harm to someone who is like a human without knowing that he is none other than the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Ram. And then when his end came, he was full of fear. He was fearful. And he has also lamented. It's not as if he has not recognized he is a bright person. He's a bright individual. He is a uh, he's a brahmana in terms of karma kanda. So he recognizes and he laments as well. And he was having that illusory energy that he can overcome a human form for which Lord has descended in this world to take care of him. He has forgotten that. So these 5 traits, if we can shun too much of oversleeping, worrying too much without becoming warriors, if we become warriors, we worry all the time instead of fighting for the right cause, then Sokam, always having this crying mentality or victim mentality. That's why Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj speaks about why we should shun that victim mentality, the Sokam angle. Victim mentality makes us see there are many problems in our life. There are many problems in activities we do. The person who have that victim mentality always tries to blame others. So if you shun that Sokam from our life, we will become very strong. And Visadam, morose, always morose, like how when Manthara, uh, Kaikeyi Maharani was a bright warrior princess, but when she was engulfed by the radicalized, which is happening around the world now, people are killing each other for the wrong reasons. When she was radicalized by Manthara, then she was constantly in Vishada, and she locked the door so that Dasarath Maharaj could not enter, and she was sulken, Visada, full of Visada, and Madam, full of illusory energy. Madam means full of illusory energy. And if we can shun this, this is a wonderful verse for how we should not look at life. If we want to be determined how not to do things, is so beautifully explained in this verse. Swapnam, Bhayam, Sokam, Vishadam, and Madam. If you can shun, our determination will be progressive and we will become intelligent because the people who indulge in this 5 in 18.35, this beautiful verse Krishna is referring, he is referring to them as unintelligent people, durmudha, durmedha. So we can go on and talk about philosophy, but I hope these traits will help us, guide us in our pursuit to seek Krishna consciousness and have a clarity and vision. And this will give us ammunition to lead a very fruitful life as well. Even if you don't lead this onto true Krishna consciousness in terms of devotion, but you want to apply these principles in your life, in your job life, in your family life, I'm sure your determination will grow bigger and bigger and bigger. So with that, like to end here, like to hear your reflections, comments. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Any comments, questions, Prabhu? Any thoughts, reflections?
ये पहुंची फ्लाइट रे କାହିଁକି ପୁରା ମାନେ କାଲି ତାଙ୍କର ସେଠି କଣ ଅସୁବିଧା କଣ ଅସୁବିଧା ହେଲା ଫ୍ଲାଇଟ୍ ସବୁ କଣ ଗଣ୍ଡଗୋଳ ହେଇଛି ସ୍ପିରିଟ
Bhakti Ratranga Prabhu, you want to say something?
No, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. No, mm, I was really amazed by the way you explained, Prabhuji, because these are the don'ts of the determination. So I'm still thinking, Prabhuji, that these are the don'ts, right? That how what I'm trying to correlate is, Prabhuji, why did Krishna say this as a determination when these are technically not determinations? So that is where I'm unable to reconcile, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So what Krishna is saying, Prabhuji, very nice question, because these are counterintuitive, it looks like. So the people who are full of fearfulness, people who are full of uh, lazy and sleeping attitude, people who are morose, these are uh, the traits of people who are determined in the mode of ignorance. So, in the mode of ignorance, uh, there are certain traits which stand out. Those traits, but we should not be having determination in the mode of ignorance. We should have determination in the mode of goodness. So, Krishna is mentioning a person who is determined in the mode of ignorance. For example, Ravana. Ravana had many of such qualities. Kumbhakarna was very lazy and he was always sleeping, and 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 uh, and within himself, these personalities who are very demoniac in nature, they are always morose. They are not very excited. They are not positive. So these are some of the qualities. So the don'ts for us is we should have determination in the mode of goodness. And as these are the traits which takes us to the path of uh, ignorance, these are the qualities which will help the person in a wrong way. See, these are all momentary things. A person before the exam may sleep all the way till 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and they will sleep. They'll wake up late. So temporarily, it will give us that impetus to do well in the exam, but without knowing that in the long run, it has a wrong effect on us in terms of our habits turns back. But the person who is determined, he will end up doing that for the sake of getting good marks in the exam. But actually, it has really spoiled his habit. His good habit he was pursuing is spoiled. So, in a way, when this person has these traits, Krishna is saying this person has determination in the mode of ignorance. That's how we should take it, Prabhu. Is that helpful?
Uh, how I am seeing it, Prabhuji, is no, definitely the explanation, Prabhuji. I'm still thinking. That's why I didn't answer your question first. I am thinking that these all five characteristics delude our intelligence, right? I think that's what Krishna is trying to tell this, right? Like unintelligent, Durmeda, right, Prabhuji?
Yes.
Krishna is trying to tell that, and that determination which cannot go beyond dreaming, fulfillment, amorousness, such unintelligent determination. So this is a unintelligent. First of all, there is no determination there. It is a habit. I'm thinking, Prabhuji. Means I'm not trying to. I challenge Prabhupada and Krishna, but I'm trying to understand myself, Prabhuji.
Yes, yes.
That.
No, no. This is perfect. So determination is dhriti. You might have seen this name also in some devotee's child. I know
Yeah,
somebody whose
Dhriti.
name is
Dhriti, I
Dhriti.
have seen, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Yeah. So Dhriti is determination. So what
Mm.
Krishna is saying as is so a person whose determination is all about dreaming, is all about being lazy, and in that the trait is there, and he's always fearing, uh, is full of fear, and he's lamenting and he's morose. Such intelligent determination is essentially
More of
determination
darkness. Yeah.
in the mode of
Unintelligent.
darkness. It basically takes us
Mm.
towards darkness. Tamasic. Tamasic means darkness. Wherever there is light, there is no darkness. And wherever there is no light, it's full of darkness. So these things takes us away from light into darkness.
Yeah, that means, Prabhuji, this fear, for example, take fearfulness, Prabhuji. Fearfulness is also a kind of then characteristic of a determination only in a negative sense, but still Krishna is trying to tell that that also is a determination only.
Yes,
Right? It
yes,
is a
absolutely.
dhriti only. It's a dhriti.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is a trait of determination. All these five
Mm.
are
Mm.
traits of determination, but in a negative way,
In a
actually.
negative way. Yeah.
Yeah. These are all traits of determination, actually.
Right.
Thank you for clarifying it,
Mm.
because it sometimes appears that determination is a positive thing, but here
Right.
it is portrayed in a way.
Mm.
See, unless we have negative examples, we cannot shun those negative attributes from us.
Right.
Quite a lot of these attributes are there in Kali Yuga with a lot of people, actually,
Correct,
and
Prabhuji. Mm.
and in order to relate, Krishna is providing all kind of information, positive, negative, so that we shun the negative or vices and accept the good things or virtues.
Yes.
Basically, the way to look at it is determination is a virtue, and based on how you apply it, you can be determined to what do you call do yourself something wrong, or you can be determined to make a positive impact.
Mhm.
You can be determined in the way there are a lot of people that are very jealous, and once they're jealous, they are determined to make sure the other person is somehow put down, right?
Mhm.
And whereas if somebody that you love and you want to make sure they progress in life, then you're determined to make sure they progress in life. So it's
Mhm.
like the parent child. A parent, always wants to make sure the child does well, and so they're determined, and they push the child all the way and then improve him. Whereas it could be in your work environment where a colleague of yours is very jealous of you, and he's trying everything, is basically totally determined to make sure that you don't progress at all. So determination can be worked either way based on who is doing it and what context it's done in, right?
No,
So
Bala
Perfect.
Prabhu, my point was
hmm,
in the example you have given, these five characteristics are not, they don't appear as determination. That's what I was trying to discuss. That this fearfulness is not technically a determination, Prabhuji. Fearfulness is a trait, but Krishna is trying to tell us that that also is a determination, but in a negative direction. That is all.
it,
Fearfulness is also a determination. We are so determined that we are only seeing the negative side of it or the fear side of it. We are not trying to see the We are not trying to
Path
come
looks
out
like
of
it.
it. So our determination is in the, we are determined technically, but that virtue is, we are trying to tap the negative side of that virtue.
You're not applying it properly. That's what you're saying. If you only
That
if you apply it,
determination.
yeah. I mean, there are people that go, they're very intelligent, everything, but they're so fearful that they don't apply, look at it and say that, hey, I'm going to succeed somehow because I'm intelligent enough, I can tackle
Yeah.
this problem, right?
They're not determined to stay away from fearfulness. That is what my point is, Prabhuji. They might be very intelligent, but they're not applying their intelligence in, and they are obstinately determined that I will be fearful. I will be fearful. I will fear this. I'm fearing what happens. So I'm so determined to go on to the fear side of it. I'm not trying to come out of it. That
Yeah,
is
so
the.
I want to give you example on that, on the 2 points Bala Prabhu and Bhaktiratnanga Prabhu mentioned. Uh, a computer hacker, for example, he is very bright, he's determined,
Mhm.
but he is trying to cause harm, and in trying to cause harm, he is not publicly coming out. He's always in fear. He is if he will remove the fear from it and go and accept his and take the punishment, and after that he uses that bright mindset in a nice computer programming or whatever he is so bright in, then it will be positive. But he is always in the dark web, and that darkness and the traits is fearfulness. And
Mhm.
another example I wanted to give is, you have a matchbox that can be used to burn a house, and the same matchbox can be used to burn a cigarette or drug, and the same matchbox can be used to burn incense to be offered to the Lord. But the effects
Mhm.
are different. And that is the unintelligence angle, which I think there is inside these beautiful translations.
Right.
Also, you
Yeah.
see some people they are depressed, right? They don't want to, even though they know that they had to come out of it, but for whatever reason they're not coming out of the depression, and they go more and more into the depression itself, such that they try to cause harm to themselves.
Mhm. Nice.
Right, Prabhuji. That's what my point, Bala Prabhu. My point is that our we are determined not to come out of these things, not to come
Right.
out of fearfulness, not to come out of moroseness, not to come out of lamentation.
Mm.
Um, that is what I'm trying to tell, that we have that it is a determination only, but
Mm.
determination not to overcome these things.
Yeah, they
Right.
cannot come out beyond these
Yeah,
5.
yeah.
So they're
So
staying within that. They're determined to stay within that.
that is why it is called unintelligent determination, because we are
E-
not making any effort to come out of
e-
this determination.
Exactly.
So it's like whatever it comes, we have to take it the way it is. That's
No,
what
no,
you are saying,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji?
No. My point is, Prabhuji, that suppose we end up in a fearfulness situation, Prabhuji. Got it?
Okay.
Suppose we end up in that situation. Our determination should be such that we come out of that fearfulness. We should make endeavor to, and that is what Krishna is calling here determination, that if we do not do that, then we are in the mode of darkness, because we are not using our intelligence and trying to come out of that situation. Does that make sense, Prabhuji?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
we are not using our intelligence. That's why Krishna is telling here unintelligent determination. We have determination, but
Got
we
it.
are using the determination in the wrong sense.
Hmm.
We
Exactly.
are determined to succumb to that fear. We are determined to succumb to that lamentation, moroseness.
Exactly true. But first thing is that I mean, there is a I heard from lot of uh, in lot of the lectures. So actually, there is no place of fearfulness, moroseness, lamentation in when we progress. Even Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu Prabhu, he says that okay, you don't really have to be very advanced to be in this stage. So there is a saying that you start your journey in Krishna consciousness. So the first gift you get is the Sudarshan Chakra of Lord Vishnu. So that is a gift because he protects you. It's not like that, okay, you have to be at very Suddha Sattva level. So even in the beginning of your spiritual journey itself, that protection starts from the Lord. So that's why there is another saying is that okay, you should not be fearful and you should not be lamenting, but obviously you will do it because of and during and whenever we are fearful kind of thing, there are mantras also that we chant, right, Prabhuji, like Maha Mantra, Narsimha Mantra. So those things really comes very handy to get over it, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. These are those
Yes,
those mantras are like they're the counters for these false determination, like unintelligent
exactly.
determination. They are the
True.
counters for the unintelligent determination. How you can come out. One is the faith. The first point, what you told is faith, Prabhuji. That Krishna
Yes,
Sudarshan Chakra is the faith. With the faith, we can we can thwart that negativity of the determination, basically, with the faith and the mantra, because mantra is also the energy of the Lord, basically. So we are using that
yes,
energy and trying to thwart the determination um, by we. So we try to wake up, we try to be not fearful, or we try to face the situation, right? But the fear
yes,
will
Prabhu.
only go when we face the situation. It is because we don't. Yesterday, I was hearing Shubh Vilas Prabhu is telling, what is depression? Very good point. I thought I should share, Prabhuji. That's why I'm talking. What is determination is nothing but it is the utmost selfishness of yours. That is what he's classifying it as depression. That is what is depression, Prabhuji. Where moroseness is kind of depression only, right, Prabhuji? So
Yes,
that is when we try to be means what is selfishness? We are only thinking about ourselves. Oh, I'm this bad. I'm this. I'm not able to do this. I cannot do this. So we are not trying to see a bigger picture here. We are trying to uh, say means what we call there is a word for it where we are trying to victimize ourselves as
Yeah,
Prabhuji Him
it's a
Jagannath Prabhu told.
self-pity, Prabhu.
Yeah,
When people get into the mode of self-pity, right,
yeah.
that then they start thinking to themselves, oh, why me, why me, why me? I mean, oh, how am I going to come out of this? And maybe
Yeah,
the only way is that for me to end my life or do something like that, harm myself, and that's the only way. And so they get deeper and deeper into that depression rather than trying to come out of it.
yeah, because we are selfishly thinking. So
Right,
Prabhuji told
of
the
themselves, right?
solution remedy for that is telling that try to help others as much as possible. You will never go into that state. You will
Right.
never go into the state of depression when you genuinely try to help others in whatever
exactly.
there is no the there is no definition for helping, Prabhuji. Whatever you think is without any selfishness, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
So excellent discussion.
Mm.
I learned a lot. But there is a nice book written by one of our top ISKCON sannyasis, Bhaktitirtha Swami Maharaj. He had joined Princeton University, one of the Ivy League, and he's no more in this material world. He's serving in the spiritual world. There's a book called there's a Arjuna picture on the book. It's getting spiritual warrior or something like that. That's the
Yeah,
name of the book.
the spiritual warrior, Prabhuji, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So he
And
emphasizes on this topic, this victim mentality.
victim
People
mentality,
who
right?
always position themselves as the victim will never grow. See, he is, um, he was, uh, he was a great sannyasi of Srila Prabhupada. He was born in ghettos of Ohio, and he's very poor,
Cleveland. Yeah. Cleveland. Yeah.
and he's born he was black in color, so he was a lot of restriction, or a lot of lack of benefits. He is writing this, so he has realized, he's so realized. He was like Gaur Govind Maharaj, some of the top sannyasis of Srila Prabhupada. Bhaktitirtha Maharaj is one such Maharaj. So clearly says he's from a downtrodden economic space. He is writing that we should shun this victim mentality. This victim mentality, as one of you said, is moroseness and depression, and it actually creates inequality in society. Trying to think that trying to play the game that we are weak, that itself is a very uh, and he has met, you know Vatican Pope. He has met so many people in Africa, in US. He went to Princeton. He didn't complete, but he went to Princeton, a very bright, uh, and his samadhi is in Gita Nagari. Every week we get milk from Gita Nagari, right? So his
Mhm.
samadhi is there. So he writes this. It's very important topic. People who always position themselves as victim will never grow. See, there are challenges. We all had challenges, but if we say that, because of this victim mentality, so when you outshine that victim mentality and showcase, people will listen. There are many people who are very fearful to come in dhoti to temple on a regular basis. They're just fearful, not because of the inner fear. It's because of the social fear they have. What will he say? What will he say? That itself is a fearful mentality, if you think about it. Once you are in dhoti and kurta and you walk on the streets of New York, you realize that you are a free soul. You can do anything. So every step of the way, if you recognize this, and 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 one goes on to mention, they always think that other people are hurting them in some way, although it could be a reality. If they anticipate and look for it, they will just create that around them to an even greater extent. They'll begin to chant the same mantra in their minds. Somebody didn't treat me right. So whenever we are having that mentality, we always feel that somebody is hurting us, somebody is
We'll
putting us down.
we'll create negativity, Prabhuji.
Yes, absolutely.
We will propagate negativity in them with that fear. We propagate negativity.
Absolutely.
Um,
Yeah. Thank you so much. It was great conversation. Any other comments?
Can I put it this way, Prabhuji? If I have a determination by which these 5 characteristics, fearness, sadness, this increases, grows, but I cannot contain them, can I call my determination as intelligent or unrealistic?
Yeah. So your question is, Prabhu, if
I have a determination
mhm,
by which these things grows, these 5 characteristics grows. Okay,
mhm,
fearfulness, I'm fear, I'm sad. Okay, I cannot do this, I cannot do this, I can't sleep well. So
mhm.
then that means my determination is unrealistic or unintelligent.
unintelligent.
Yeah.
Unintelligent.
So
The way to do this, Prabhu, is when you're getting into that kind of mode, right? And you have to say to yourself that I want to seek help from other people and see who can help me with these things, right? Instead of saying to yourself that nobody can help me, I'm so lonely. I'm all here, and why this is happening to me? Why is this happening to me? I'm not going to go ask anybody. Instead of that, only if you step out of that zone and go out and say, let me find the people who can help me get out of this mode. Because all of us, one time or the other, get into some kind of challenges where we feel that it's inconquerable. That is, the challenge is so high and so heavy that we are at the low. And in that time, you said to yourself that, well, let me step out of this zone and see, if there anybody around who can help me out. Let me reach out to other people. And that is one way, you change your determination. Instead of being determined to stay in the zone, get out of the zone and say, I'm determined to get out of the zone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. That shift of that shift of the attitude of coming out is also determination, and the shift of going into the zone is also a determination. That's what Krishna is telling here. But the shift of going into the determination, going down, 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 left of the like x-axis. If you're trying to go to the left of the x-axis, the determination axis, x-axis being the determination, you are trying to go to left, and the more left we go, the more we are determined to go that side. So we
So
should.
the unintelligent right
Yeah.
aspect, Prabhuji, you are asking, as Bala Prabhu mentioned, see, we are all somehow intelligent, somehow unintelligent. We all have that trait, just so you know. But just because we are getting into that zone of becoming unintelligent, we should not keep in that zone forever. We
Keep
should seek,
continuing that. Yeah.
we should seek association and help, and that will take us away. And you will become intelligent again. That's the fact. Is that okay, bro?
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
And definitely, like Prabhuji, as you told, mantra, like the whatever nourishing mantra or Maha mantra or whatever, those are the propellants to push you into the positive side of the determination, basically.
Yeah.
There is one in one lecture, I think who Radha Gopinath Prabhu, he was saying there is no Matrian solution for a Matrian problem. There is only spiritual solution to a Matrian problem. So as long as you will try to create, Matrian solution for Matrian problem, so it is not possible. And in the same lecture, he said there are 3 types of problem. One problem is that problem can be sorted out, and there is another problem is that problem can never be sorted out, and you have to accept that and you have to carry on. So
Yeah, such a beautiful.
yes.
Thank you, Pratap Prabhu. You just said it. I was just thinking about it since 2 days, Prabhu.
Got it, Prabhu.
What you just said, Prabhu, I was meditating on something similar 2 days back. In this world, if a company which is insuring others, and that is a top company, they're insuring others, and that top company's top person who is insuring others, who's ensuring the health of others,
Yes.
is getting shot in New York City. There is no insurance for anyone.
Exactly.
There is absolutely no insurance for anyone. Thinking what you just said, I've been meditating on it since last 2 days. What you just said, if you have material solutions for material problems, the same thing will keep happening again and again and again. A top company, top insuring company who is insuring the whole world, the top company, and the top person can't even insure his life. And what are we talking about here? So the only solution is to take to the lotus feet of the
Krishna
Supreme
consciousness. Yeah.
and just follow it properly. And let us not be any duality in that. And let's all agree on that and seek spiritual help for all our deeds. Okay, bro?
Thank you, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
So with that, like to offer obeisance at the lotus feet of all Vaishnavas. Vancha
Vancha
kalpatarubhyascha
kalpatarubhyascha
kripa
kripa
sindhu
sindhu
evacha
vacha
patitanam
patitanam
pavanebhyo
pavanebhyo
vaishnavabhyo
vaishnavibhyo
namo
namo namah.
Vaishnava Vrinda ki
Vrinda
jai.
ki jai,
Grantaraj Bhagavad Gita ki jai.
ja ki jai,
Srila Prabhupada
Pad
ki
ki
jai.
jai.
Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari
Hari Hari
Bol.
Bol.